welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're taking a look at the Menards Masterforce 6-drawer side cabinet. This is designed to attach to other Masterforce toolboxes. If you saw one of my previous videos, I've got a Masterforce toolbox I got in early 2017, and I got this now to add on to it. And so let's unbox this and take a look at what you get out of the package. If we come in a little closer, look at the side, you can see this is the left side. There's spots here that could be used for a push handle or for the attachment bracket. And the other side has the same typical caution stuff here. Now let's open up the drawers. So here's the top drawer. This has the raise and release, or whatever the appropriate moniker is here. And as we slide these out, just checking the quality of it. And then down here in the bottom drawer is all of our hardware. So we're going to have a couple clips. There's one of these that's going to go across the top. The clip is onto the side of our toolbox, and the other one, the smaller one at the bottom, is to make sure that the bottom doesn't swing out when moved. And then we've got, I don't really know why we've got these little corner pieces of cardboard. We've got an owner's manual. We'll put that aside for now. And then we've got our keys. And we have our drawer liners all at the bottom. So all these drawers are the same depth, the only difference, and same width. The only difference is the height. We've got a deep drawer at the top, 1, 2, 3 shallow drawers, a moderate drawer, and then a deep drawer at the bottom. And so now we can take the drawer liners out of here and put the drawer liners into the drawers. Now one of the things I'll probably be looking at is to see if this is the same key number. Let's see if by any odd chance. Nope, these are not keyed alike, unfortunately. And as far as I'm aware, there is no specific kit that Masterforce sells to key these alike. So these are going to be keyed separately for now. That'll be a project down the road in the future to see if there's a way I can get a duplicate lock to be able to make everything match on one or the other. I'm not worried about that. I don't usually lock these up that much because I keep this in my garage, and I'm not that worried about someone stealing my tools while I leave for work. Just a quick look at the side of the box will tell us exactly that this is made in China. If we look at the product literature that came with it, it's interesting that we can see, it doesn't say to contact Menards, it's to contact qualitycraft.ca. So this is presumably from the company, Quality Craft, as the OEM. And then the owner's manual, there's different model numbers because this is available in black, blue, red, and Menards green. My understanding is that as of November of 2017, these are actually on clearance because Menards Masterforce is coming out in slightly different color combinations than were before. And so let me flip to the relevant page. So the bottom drawer does have double drawer slides, and you can see where this clamp, where this little plate will screw onto the side. Then there's another little catch at the bottom so that this won't detach at the bottom if you roll the main cabinet around. You got some part numbers here for the hanger. Uses metric size screws and washers, drawer liners, and the lock and key. So it looks like there's 10 different variations of the lock, 1 through 10. The drawers are removable. One of the things I noticed in looking at this, that on the regular toolbox did come with a pseudo insert that fit the top up here before I made my black wood top. This comes with neither, so I'll need to come up with and make a top for this to go with it. And so the next thing is to be able to put this together so I can attach this to the toolbox. So this is going to clamp on the side. I'll have to relocate my vise to make room for it. The parts that it comes with for installation are, number one, you've got the top mounting bracket here. This is the bottom mounting bracket. There's a set of 4 Phillips head screws. These are actually a P3 Phillips. There's 2 bolts that require a 10 millimeter socket. And then it's also interesting that this included 2 pieces of this adhesive foam that are not mentioned anywhere in the manual. Presumably this goes closer to the bottom just to prevent any bounce between the side of the unit and the cabinet. So the first thing to do is figure out which side of your cabinet you're going to put this on, and then we have to then connect our bracket here to the side of our cabinet like this, and then line up the holes. Once we get the holes lined up, these are tapered, and we should just be able to screw these right in with a P3 screwdriver. There we go. So that's the top piece. Then I'm going to come down at the bottom and put on the foam pieces. Now, since I have this up on a dolly, I'm going to have to break the cardboard here. All right, so with that on, now I can take this over to my toolbox. Since I've got this on a nice rolling dolly, this makes this a little easier because I can just roll this with one hand. Now, not everyone's going to be so lucky to be able to do that, obviously. And then you'll need to lift it up to be able to make the connection. Now, in my case here, I hopefully have just enough. I may have to use a rubber mallet to kind of persuade everything to fit with my top on here. And so that is the next task. I should also point out the depth of this is 18 inches. On the 54-inch toolbox, the depth of it is actually just a touch over 20. Some of the smaller toolboxes are exactly this depth. On the larger ones, you're going to have to align this with the front and leave a small gap in the back. I wish they made these in just a couple extra depths, but they don't, so it is what it is, and we can't do much about that. So now, we just have to make the connection up top. To help me prepare for it, I've removed the top drawer. It's interesting just looking in here. If I wanted to add another set of drawer slides, I think I certainly could. There's another couple of spots here. And on the side of the drawer, you can see there's another spot there for another set of drawer slides. And so now I can get underneath here to help me lift this. Ideally, if you've got a friend with you or a buddy, that would help too. And if you want to look at the mechanism, you can see there's these little tabs right here that catch the drawer until you lift the latch. And that'll hold it securely in place. We roll this back. It's actually nice. I don't see any missing pieces of the powder coat finish on the inside. So that's good. I'm very happy with that for being a reasonably quality product. So now here's what it looks like all attached. One of the things I think would be nice for Masterforce or other manufacturers that include side cabinets would be as if there'd be some sort of nice little trim piece that would go down here just to, I don't know, better improve the aesthetics of how it looks to fill a gap. I think that'd just be a nice classy touch. It'd be nice to be able to do that. Yeah, I might find a way to do that out of wood or something to make that look nice. And I'll have to build a top for it. But you can see compared or side by side on my 54-inch box, it's the same drawer pattern and layout with depth, so it's a nice symmetrical look all the way across. And so this turns this essentially into a 3-bank box. And let's measure the total length. The total length of the new box is, let's just call it 72 inches, 6 feet for good numbers. The one little issue that I pointed out before is this is actually shallower than my large box. Your smaller ones are actually the same depth as this, but you get up to some of the larger ones, I believe it's the 44 and the 52-inch box here, and even their 72-inch box is even deeper as you get bigger. So it might not be perfect, but just want to take a look and show you what I've got now. Now I've got to figure out how I'm going to adjust my tools, and now I've got space for more tools for Christmas. Now on to part 2 of our toolbox expansion. Part 1 was the side chest that you see over there. Now part 2 is going to be to replace the Craftsman upper box, or 2 parts of my old 26-inch set, with the Masterforce 30-inch set. This was red, the 5-drawer 30-inch one. I actually would have, I thought seriously about the 36-inch one, but trying to find that in red's been trouble because this color has been discontinued, replaced with a new 24-inch size. And so my price before rebates and other discounts, $209 on clearance. And I was able to find this in red. So this gives me 5 drawers that are actually wider than what I have on my bottom cabinet. And so I like that. Wider and deeper than my 26-inch Craftsman set. And so now let's open the box here and see what we get. Now it's just like opening a Russian egg. We've got our tool cabinet. But there's got the hydraulic lifts on the side there, so that's nice. Actually feels just a hair loose. Not sure that's going to be that big of a deal, but just something to point out. We've got our keys marked down there. And unfortunately that cylinder number does not match my other cylinders. We've got some attachment clips. Not sure if I'll use that. As well as our user manual. And most Masterforce cabinets actually have, chests, give you all the liners in one. So I'll just have to put those into the other drawers. And so now, the next step is to remove my old Craftsman ones and then put this in its place. Okay, I've got this mounted and all the drawers removed. What's interesting back here, you see the powder coat finish looks great all the way around. Kudos to the manufacturer, that would be SPG International. As I look at the screen of the sales rep in Menards, they show that these are made by International. And then there's a hole back here, the far right. There's also another hole in the front where you can bolt this down. So I'm bolting it down to my wooden tool top here, or my work surface here. Since this is kind of a non-standard configuration. You can see already where this is going to be slightly wider than my drawers below, which is fine. I wanted the more deeper drawers and wider drawers, so that's good. So now I got to put my drawers back in and move my tools over. And now here's the look of it all put together. I got the tools in it. I've reshuffled things around. I will save opening the drawers for a toolbox tour that will be coming up here, I don't know, in the next maybe month or so. So if you haven't already done so, please click the subscribe button. Click the bell notification so you always get the latest updates. And come back to check out the toolbox tour of my Masterforce custom creation, if you will. So I hope you found this video useful and interesting. Have a great day. Bye.